The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
Holmberg's Morning Sickness.
The old method of treatment for a person in this condition was to throw him in jail.
98.
And I don't like what you just said, Pete, but Pete Lee is here. I don't like that you researched this at all. That made me nervous. Pete Lee is at CB Live at Desert Ridge, and I'm thinking maybe I'm going to kick you out.
Yeah.
What did you research?
Well, I'm like, I went on YouTube and I watched you guys. Yeah. I'm a big fan now. I'm a little starstruck, okay?
And you should be. We were on your TV earlier this morning.
Yeah. You were. But I watched your clip with Bob Marley from a while ago, and you guys are all really funny. I don't know. I just wanted to see the vibe.
That's pretty cool that you came down. Well, thanks. Yeah. I hope we didn't disappoint.
No, you're amazing. You're even more beautiful in person.
That's what I'm looking at. Look at this. Look at Pete Lee's dashing photo for his.
I hate it.
But that's exactly how your hair looks like right now. Like you're a cardboard cutout of yourself.
Right now, look at that picture. I look like I'm selling real estate on one of those bus benches. You know,
I would buy from this man.
It would.
I think I trust this guy.
Check
at least
your
with hair tips.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, it really is me. Like I'm from the Midwest, and like I'm like sweet and wholesome, but also I'm newly single.
Oh, what happened?
So just my personality,
You
probably.
ruined it?
I mean, look at me. Like I have the if you're a woman, do you want to have sex with me? I have that vibe. I have that vibe. Like,
or is that like hypothetical?
Can we just talk?
Did you just put that out there?
Literally, yeah. Like I'm like, I just want to take you home, and then listen.
You're everything they say they want.
Yeah.
But they don't.
No.
Yeah.
I have the vibe of, like, I'm not just your teacher, I'm your friend.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You just encapsulated it.
That's terrible.
But I
Who
mean,
wants to be friends with them?
Yeah, but I mean, this is great to be down in Phoenix, like newly single, because it's like Skanktoberfest is happening every single weekend. Yeah. So, oh my God, I can't wait to see what soup I get into.
You're going to make a lot of new friends.
Yeah.
I bet I am. Oh my God.
Yeah, you are. And a couple of them are going to be physicians.
Yeah.
Because you're going to end up needing one.
Oh,
yeah, trust me on that. Yeah, you're going to walk away with some scratches. Probably not here, but someplace else you're going to have a new doctor. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Are you slaying it? Are you one of those quiet comedians? Oh, look at how silly I am, but deep down, like you're the...
Oh, I slay?
You crush?
Well, for the ladies listening, yeah, I crush it. Yeah. Any ladies who are listening right now, I smash. I'm all about respecting women and smashing.
See? It's the total package.
Yeah.
I always worry about comedians who say, oh, no, I'm the safe one, because then you end up, duct taped to a passenger seat somewhere.
Well, I won't do that. I'll just, I like it missionary, because I like to connect. And I just really, I'm like, yeah, do you want it missionary or a missionary?
You were raised right. That's the thing.
I really was. I was raised right. Yeah. I send a thank you card afterwards.
Something tangible. That's nice. Not just a text.
Yeah. I mean, just something they can really, latch onto. It's
So how long was your relationship that is no longer? Unless you don't want to talk about it.
No, what if I just start crying?
That would be awesome. That would be great for us.
That would actually be funny.
We've had it happen.
Yeah, Jamie Kennedy cried here a long time ago.
For real?
Yeah, about Jennifer Love Hewitt. They asked us not to bring it up, and I'm like, I was told not to bring up Jennifer Love Hewitt, but everybody wants to talk about what happened, and he started to cry.
Dude, now, because he's a friend of mine.
He's great. He was
every
here last
single
week.
time that I see him in L.A., I'm going to be like, Jennifer Love Hewitt, man, right?
You're going to bring it up?
It hits you right there.
Or you could go, you know what? I had missionary with Jennifer Love Hewitt last night.
We connected.
It was awesome. It was really good. She said never had anybody bigger. That was what I would say. That's kind of the person I am. But you seem nicer than me.
God bless. Good seeing you.
Yeah, good to see you again.
God bless.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, though, like if your ex was somebody like that famous, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and like you just saw her places. Like one of my exes is Nikki Glick. She's a good friend
really?
right now.
Yeah.
But I remember like we dated.
She talked about you.
Oh, she might have.
Yeah.
I gave her. We did her podcast yesterday, and I'm famous because I gave her her first orgasm.
Is that
And,
true?
Yeah, and she was like, "What did you do to me?" And I was like, "I don't actually know. I really like."
How did you like? You don't know? Like you just were doing what you do, and it happened.
Missionary.
It's
mean, she
like
liked you.
It's like any woman you hook up with. It's a guess. It's a real good guess, and she'll be like, "Oh my God, you're the man," and I'm like, "I don't know."
It's the same thing I've been doing.
I was just trying to read the room, you know.
It's like digging for a well.
It is
When you hit water, you don't know why,
You-
but you just did it. I just dug deep enough that day, and I don't have that problem. I'm not saying it's a deep dive.
No, I'm saying I'm
You understand
giving
what
you-
I'm saying.
I'm giving you credit.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
but Nikki Glazer was maybe it was the first time she'd ever tried missionary. That's my guess.
right.
Yeah, that might have been a new
maybe
position
she just
for her.
really needed to connect. I remember.
She's never looked at her partner.
Yeah, it's like my God, face away.
Yeah, so I was dating her and then a woman that I actually married and divorced. It was like the
At the same
Bachelor.
time.
Well, it was like, like that beginning gray area of
Yeah.
a relationship where it's like maybe like 2 weeks in or whatever. I was kind of dating both of them. And then I just had to choose, and I chose poorly.
The blue pill. You went for the blue pill.
I went for the blue pill.
It's Indiana Jones.
And
You should have chosen Nikki
yeah,
Glazer.
and Nikki's always on my case. She's like, you're such a people pleaser. Yesterday on her podcast, she was like, "What's the biggest people pleasing thing that you've ever done for somebody else?" And I'm like, "I got married. I like did something that was against my financial interests." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll pay $38,000 for a wedding to only have sex with one."
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Yeah,
Good
oh my
God, man.
I made the decision.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, 38 grand. You know what you could buy with 38 grand? I could buy a Corvette and a Penguin. Like, I could just be rolling around picking up chicks with my Corvette and my Penguin, you know? I know that's kind of random, but that's what I think.
I would. It would turn my head.
Yeah.
Not that mid-engine one. You're not going to afford that on 38. But
No.
you get the nice.
you get a used
Look, you
one.
could get an
Nice.
Accord and a Penguin, and I'm interested in your day.
Oh, yeah. Maybe like a hybrid Accord.
Oh my God! Now
Even
you're
better. Now
you're
we're saving
thoughtful.
we're saving the icebergs for the Penguin.
And yet still confusing me a little bit because you're driving a Penguin around the desert.
Yeah.
So do you care about the environment or not?
I don't know, but Penguin in the Desert, that sounds like a DJ Khaled
Another
lyric.
Another one.
Yeah, another one, another Penguin. But I was married, and then I'd broken up with Nikki Glazer, and like Nikki hated me, but Nikki started to get famous. She had this show on MTV called Nikki and Sarah, and I remember like riding the subway downtown to go to like a friend's dinner. And the whole subway car in New York City was just skinned with Nikki Glazer's face. And even my ex was like, "I know this is for you." So I kind of get what Jamie Kennedy was talking about with like having a famous ex and then seeing her all over.
Oh, it'd be
the place.
rough. Now you're not going to rekindle with Nikki Glazer, or
No.
did you
Yeah,
yesterday?
The podcast. How did
Spill
that
the
go?
beans.
No, she doesn't want me. Like
Really?
no,
You missed your opportunity.
I missed my window, and
How long ago was this?
this was like 15 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
And then when I met my now ex-girlfriend, Nikki called me up at the end of my last relationship, and she was like, "Dude, let's bone, fly to L.A."
Yes.
So I got on a plane to L.A. I sat next to my now ex-girlfriend. Yeah, so I like sat down next to her, and I was like, have you ever met a woman like?
So wait, you were on your way to bone Nikki Glazer, and the
And
girl you
she
met on
happened to be on the
No, hold
flight.
on. You met a girl on the plane
I
that
met her-
became your girlfriend.
That became my girlfriend. But like you know when men meet like the one, like women are like, "Oh my God, it was the one," and
Right.
I just felt
I knew it right there.
Yeah, I sat down and I was like,
The one.
yeah, like I'm not going to be single anymore.
Still boned, though, right?
Yeah, you still nailed
you
Nikki
still
Glazer,
nailed it.
right?
No, I went. Come on! I went to. I flew in. Nikki picked me up from the airport, and she's like, "How was your flight?" And Nikki, one thing about her is that they call it a cuck.
Yeah, she likes to watch. Yeah.
She likes to watch, and she gets turned on when the guys that she likes are turned on by somebody. So
Right.
she was like, "How was your flight?" And I was like, "Oh man, I sat next to the hottest girl. Like she was so cool." And then I showed her Instagram, and she's like, "Oh no," she's like, "This is gonna be your girlfriend." She's like, "We can't."
You're that powerful that people know this is like you just look at a girl and she's your
It's that
girlfriend?
missionary, man.
Yes, yes. I'm going to go with that. I am that powerful.
Yeah, I think you are.
My virile testosterone and masculinity is so overpowering.
I'm always a little worried about people with adverbs for names, but you are Peatly. This is a Peatly thing to do. This is very strange.
Does sound like a
Like be in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, if you do like a romance novel, it'd be like she Peterly sauntered towards the window. His oiled up chest heaved Peterly.
So you didn't do it, but did she get to cuck you and the new girl?
No,
man,
we spent Christmases together, so she got to like cuck us like
Open
opening
presents
Christmas
and watch
presents.
A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, and like her
Mormon
Nikki's
cucking.
mom became friends with my now ex, and like I'm still friends with my now ex. She's really great. She's awesome. She was a psychiatrist, which is not good
for
to
comment.
date.
No.
That I started reading self-help books just so I could win a couple fights with her.
I'm going into battle.
Yeah.
I need to study.
Yeah, because every fight, like I would just say something that's a valid point. She'd be like, "You're transferring.
Yeah,
You're
she
doing
has an answer.
transference,"
Oh, no,
and I'd be
can't
like,
do
"I
that.
got to look that up."
But she had like a good load of money too then, because she's a psychiatrist. She's probably doing well.
No. She was a spender.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah, so she spent my money and her money, and so it was.
And you're still friends,
we're still friends,
but deep down you don't want to be.
No, I do I do want to be I definitely do want to be friends with her because she's a kind person. She's a really good
That's
person.
sweet.
Doesn't want her to go back and reevaluate the agreement.
Yeah, I believe
you know,
you can't
income
be friends
changes.
when people if their genitals have touched your face.
Yeah.
Because if you and I had a genital moment right now on each other's faces, our friendship would no longer be. Like we just met. I know that's early to even ask, but to have that
tough
moment,
connection.
it would be a tough friendship.
Yeah.
later.
Let alone.
I just feel like that kind of makes friendship difficult.
Yeah, I mean, when you get out of a relationship, right? Like you go like, "Hey, it's amicable," but like you obviously ended the relationship. So
Right.
was it? And so like was it amicable? And but also I think sometimes like as the guy out of the relationship, you're like, I just want things to be friendly.
Right.
You want everyone to be happy.
Everyone to be
You know,
happy.
Some are wired that
And-
way. Like
Yeah, and I like because I'm a people pleaser, and I also don't want her just to go catch a huge D right away.
You want to ease her into the D.
I want to delay the huge D. That's what I want to delay.
You need to be in a safe space before you find out she's taken
Exactly.
a giant Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
I don't want to
exactly.
That stuff.
I don't want it to be like it's hailing D. Just like, oh, what's on my God?
what about if the new guy looks just like you?
Oh man.
Oh,
but
hilarious.
has a huge D.
Oh my God! Picturing me like a me with a huge D, like oh hey, pardon me, I just got it. Just oh God, I'm taking up too much space. What a burden. Oh,
It's
geez.
going to pinch a little.
Yeah.
Just going to have to go ahead and go push a little harder now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oofda. You're going to want to take an Advil. You really are. It's just, you want an epidural just for the conception.
Do you want to get married? Are you that guy that's like looking forward to that normal Midwestern lifestyle, or are you liking the single Peatly life?
I mean, I think I want to be single, but like I'm in the beginning of single, but I'm definitely a relationship guy. Like before my last relationship, I went and I bought tampons just to keep at my apartment, just in case a girl came over and
People
needed
pleaser.
one.
What the
People pleaser.
But okay, interesting, because there's now, because I would never
Guest
know how to do
tampies.
that. You have tampons that can be offensive to women now
Oh yeah,
because they're 1 through 5.
yeah.
And I think it's based on size, but I'm told
Yeah,
by
keep
women
it
it's
safe.
based
Go
on
with the pads,
It's based on flow.
Emergency pads.
You're right. I
Gross.
should have bought the pads. I just bought the multi-pack to
Yeah.
be like, I don't know.
I don't know if you're a 1 or a 5. I got them all.
I just keep a bag of mismatched socks in case I can't find the pair to go in the drawer for the ladies that show up.
I've got the
May need one.
machine in
Yeah.
my bathroom. It's
Yeah.
$1.
That's pretty smart.
Make good money on it.
Yeah.
after.
Did you really buy tampons?
I
to keep
did,
in the
yeah.
house?
I remember the cashier. She was like, "Oh, are these for your girlfriend?" And I was like, "I hope so." I really, I haven't met her yet, but I hope so.
That's a hope chest for a man.
Pre-planning.
Yeah, I really. But it's weird though, because like I want to stay single, but I have this theory that most sexualities are accepted right now. Sure. It's Pride Month. If you're in that community,
right.
It's really great. People accept you. That's really awesome. If you're straight, that's cool. But if you're single, nobody accepts you, right? like imagine just talking
you're the
to
pariah?
a group. Yeah, imagine talking to a group of women and being like, you know what I want to do? I want to just have sex and be single. They'll be like, go to hell.
Right.
You are evil. You are not in my neighborhood. Like it really is.
And I don't want you hanging around with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have tampons.
Yeah.
You're like a prepper.
Too.
You're a Poonsday prepper.
You're kind of like a poor man's Derek Jeter. Everybody gets a gift basket on the way out, and some of it's just hygiene.
Oh, my God. I need to do that. Yeah.
Just a hygiene gift basket.
Yeah, they'll know if it's an old gift bag because there's a mask in there now. I can sanitize
forgot to pull that.
There's a mask and a DVD. These are older. Older.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
You've got Shallow Hal,
You
a
can
mask,
play to
and
the
some
crowd,
tampons.
too. Older crowd, 8-track. Just go stuff it there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
They don't need tampons anymore. What are you doing with that?
Yeah.
You got to pull that,
Now you're
just like the mask.
confusing.
Yeah. If I hook up with a
Sorry,
MILF,
that's my
I can be
senior
like,
pack.
Yeah, I can be like, here's some Citracel fiber, some Metamucil.
Do you have kids? Do you want kids?
I don't have kids, but
It's okay to say you don't want them to.
I don't think that I want them.
Good
but,
for you.
That's
but,
right.
Like, think about it. Like talking about coming into Phoenix, totally smashing.
Right.
Look at my personality.
Yeah.
Like all of me is just like, I want to be a dad.
Yeah, you do scream, I'm taking you to baseball practice.
Yeah, like Phoenix, will you help me be a dad? Like, could you imagine me in bed? I'd be like, you're doing great. Like, I made you some orange slices. Like, it would just be like a soccer match.
In the back of the minivan.
You are sort of a soccer dad.
I am totally a soccer dad. I'm built to be a dad. I'm glad that I'm not because, I have free time and I can be a comic and
it's
all
the
that
best
stuff,
not
but-
having kids.
Yeah.
Isn't
Do
it?
you guys have kids?
He has
I
one.
do.
No,
You have a
He's
kid?
wildly
No,
against
absolutely
it.
no.
Loudly.
Yeah,
No,
no, I'm the
100%
same.
no.
No.
And we're thankful.
We high five every day when
every
we hear
day we
these
hear
nightmare
children's
stories. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's just great not having them.
They don't hear the nightmare stories from me, though.
But because
No, of course not.
you love your child, right?
Yes.
No one
yes,
would answer
absolutely.
that the other way.
Yeah.
That's a question no one would ever actually don't.
Honestly, like
They should, but they don't.
I've noticed that with my friends that have kids, it's like you know how bowling, like 1 to 3 beers, you're great, and then after 3 beers, you start to get worse. Right. Like my friends, I'll be like, "Do you love your kids?" And then after 3 beers, they're like they're a gift. I don't know what I'd do without them. You should do it. And then after 3 beers, they're like, it's a nightmare. It's hell on earth. It's like imagine that the devil looks like you. Like that's what.
It's similar to you feeling like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I beat up myself more for like I could be a better dad. I think I could be better. I'm not good enough. And
That's
you
true.
You try to outdo it or do it better every day.
Not me.
You just-
Problems I'll never
five.
have. High five.
Right
Here we
there.
go.
We don't have those kind of insecurities with the little kids. We just have them with grown-up women.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I could be better at everything, but I'm not. But oh well, it's not with some jackass 12-year-old making me feel insecure.
But that is the people pleasing
Ugh.
little factor that has to go in.
And you
got to
start buying tampons at your house too, not for somebody that's
I'm prepping.
he's
prepping.
got his daughters close.
Oh,
12.
Wow.
You went in on the bet? We're betting on what day it happens.
Oh God. Oh.
We've been at it for a year. The kid won't pop.
You guys are sick. That is the funniest.
We missed the first year, and we called it the Tomato Pants Countdown, but nothing's happened.
Oh my God.
Donnell Rawlings, his date
Donnell Rawlings
passed
was
up.
in on it. His date's over. We went 1 year, and it's like she didn't have it. So now we gotta
Okay.
wait.
First of all, I like that. That's the symbolism of the red in
The
your
big
logo.
red U, yeah. It looks like a teardrop. Yep. That's
We're really all right. I'm going to get in on this.
Go.
We're just guys being guys.
That's right. That's right. Smashing Pete Lee.
Nice and feely. So it's already been a year. I don't even want to ask the age because that's creepy.
I said it. That's
7.
She's 12.
Sorry.
12.
Yeah. But she looks 7. She's kept her 7-year-old figure. She's aging well.
This is totally a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
I've never in my life heard a guy go, but she looks
Yeah,
7.
she looks 7, bro. She's keeping it together,
Which
bro.
is great.
Yeah.
Dude, she really works on her size. It's crazy.
I swear you'd think she was in second
Oh,
grade.
my God. Wait, are those flyers on the wall for those bands new or old?
New.
They're new. All right, I'm going October 15th. The date
For the date Skillet.
The date that Skillet runs into town.
Skillet's rolling in. You want to come back? We'll get you tickets.
Yeah, I would love that.
Do you want in on that? Well, that's the
that's
day
his date for
That's your date
Tomato
for
Pants.
Kirby. Yeah, we'll give you October 15th. You'll get tickets for Skillet if you called the Tomato Pants.
Okay, perfect.
Put Pete Lee down for October
got
15th, 2021.
I can definitely come down. I mean, I live in L.A. It's a short drive, short flight.
Perfect.
I will
It's an
come
hour.
down and
And,
yeah,
and your prize.
and we can have a moon party. I'm so sorry.
It makes people uncomfortable. I'm so over it. It's fun. I know he's uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
what you have to deal with. Why is it so uncomfortable? It's such a natural thing. Like we have to deal with it, but yet it's like this weird
No,
thing.
and there are people that celebrate it.
Yeah, there's people
You
that have
know,
like parties
period
and stuff, but
parties.
I think that's gross. That nobody should celebrate it. It's nothing to be proud of. But it is a thing that happens all the time. It's like boogers. We all have them, but we try to keep it quiet.
It's part of the life cycle, and I can't, like, when my buddy, like, I have a friend, Dave, that, like, if you mention that to him, he'll be like, oh, dude, no,
Yeah,
come
gross.
on.
Don't want to know anything about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's blood, which we all have, and then
Sorta.
it's a hoo-ha, which,
Yeah.
like, I like.
Those are great.
Those are great, and so I just don't understand how, like,
Well, it's the same, though. I like my eyes. I don't like them covered in blood.
yeah.
So both necessary, but I never shall. I'm not a big fan
Yeah,
of
keep
just
the blood out of the
because
eyes.
I've got blood doesn't mean I want to know all the good parts.
That's the best analogy
Yeah,
I've ever
thank
heard
you.
in my
I'm
life.
trying to help you out with periods.
And you said it to me with your kind eyes. Like he really does have kind eyes. Like,
Don't
he's,
let him fool
he's
you.
saying some terrible things right now, but he's got very
It's
kind
charming,
eyes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
To be the devil, and it's the devil has the blue eyes.
I would,
Deceiving, very deceiving.
yeah, I would buy insurance from you.
And I
really
sell
would.
it on the side,
Yeah.
so look out because you're going to get some of that. I saw something about you. I saw last week that you were coming, and I'm like, I'm not overly familiar. I've seen you on Fallon. You're there all the time.
Yeah.
And then I've seen you, and you said something on Jimmy Fallon once, and I remembered it because I'm like, because it stuck with me. You wrote for Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, I wrote for Duck Dynasty their last season.
That's
so,
what it's a reality show.
I know, but it was like scripted reality, and
Yeah.
like all
They
those
needed
guys are
some
real-
new premises.
There's a writer's room.
There is a writer's room, and you pre-wrote a lot of stuff, and so basically, like, you'd be like we would basically be in the room, and you would give each person like a direction for the scene. So
Okay.
like, imagine we had to do a scene, and we're like, okay, Willie has to transport these goats, or we got to transport these goats in Willie's car, right? But Willie's got like a Cadillac Escalade. So we're going to put goats in the Escalade. And then we just, like, Uncle Si just did that. And then now Willie's going to come in and confront him. So it's like, it's reality, and it really did just happen. And
Yeah.
the goats just crapped in his Escalade, but we got to film the scene. So I'll be like, Uncle Si, here's 3 lines that are going to be really funny.
So you're just punching up reality.
Yeah, about goat turds
That's wild.
in the Escalade.
What's a great goat turd joke that
Honestly,
came to mind?
I don't remember, but like
that's
but
pretty
you-
quick if you're nailing those goat turd
I mean,
jokes.
and you're writing goat turd jokes, so you're waking up going like, I really got to get these goat turd jokes going because we're going to do this scene, and so it is improvised and it is real, but you're just helping them out.
Are the scenario because I know it's all TV. So, but
Yeah.
are the scenarios, manufactured, or are they doing something like, okay, everybody stop,
a little
let's
bit.
redo this way?
I think probably. I mean, it's got to be that way with a lot of the reality shows after 2 seasons into
Yeah,
it.
But I mean,
all
how
of a
much
sudden
of it? How
you
much
take
of it
away
is
from it?
like brought into them? Going, here's your scene today. Now improvise this.
The first season, it's mostly like if they're taping a full season of a reality show, they're like, so what are you guys into? What are you guys like? All right, you're going fishing. We're going to go fishing. Oh, God, there's a hole in the boat. Like those
But
kinds
do you
of things.
drill the hole in the boat and not tell them?
No,
See,
like
that's what I would do.
You legit like the first season of a reality show, it's like less scripted. Then the second one, they're out of stuff. Like they've done all the stuff. They've told all the stories. So you're like, hey, well, what if Willie's daughter was getting her
Tomato pants.
her tomato pants, And you guys, as a group, as men, you got to go buy the tampons, and you got to figure this
We'll
out.
make decoy tampons.
Right.
Yeah, and literally, like an Uncle Si's doing duck calls with it in the
Yeah.
store, and
Yeah.
walking around and doing crazy
Seeing
stuff.
the show would be
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah,
Duck
you're
call
just
tampon.
So you're coming up with just weird stuff that they can
How do you get that job? Like, is that something your agent calls and says, "I got you a chance to"? That's just strange.
Nikki
to me.
Glazer
Yeah,
got
Nikki
him.
Glazer was
Nikki
an original.
Glazer got she's actually Uncle Si with a beard.
Is that right? She's talented.
when she doesn't
You married the
wax,
wrong one.
Yeah, she that's what happens. No, one of my good buddies, Josh Wade, was the executive producer of the show, and he called me up and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Literally nothing." And he's like, "Do you want to come down to Louisiana?" And I was like, "You're damn right I do."
you were
So
just
we're
doing nothing.
So we're in Monroe, Louisiana, filming it, and I also did a spin-off show called Going Cyril because Cy had never seen the internet before, and we realized that, and we're like, what better way to do a clip show than with a guy that's never seen the internet? So we
Yes.
could show this guy all the clips that everybody's seen, and then people could just witness him
His reaction.
experiencing
Because we've all
the internet.
experienced it already.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I mean, these characters were also just like they're all so funny, and like they're, I know that people got mad at them because of political beliefs or whatever, but like also, what do you think they're going to be into?
Right. They're going to have
You know?
Confederate flags all over the place.
Yeah, exactly.
They're from there.
I have all these like hipster friends that are like into like savoring bourbons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you think that the bourbon brewmaster in the hills of Kentucky that made that agrees with you politically?
Right.
Like, do you think that he's like, oh my stars, I am woke AF. I just want I don't even know if I can brew today because I was at a march.
That's how I came up with the flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can't align with everybody. Stop trying.
Stop trying.
Yeah.
Just realize that people are going to have different views than you, and that's why it was so fun to write, like to write from their point of view,
Because you're thinking outside of your own head, which is the fun of writing.
yeah, and there are also people that just embrace that point of view, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's so. I mean, remember Archie Bunker? How
Oh, yeah.
hysterical he was.
great.
Like
It's brilliant.
Or Al Bundy, or like any of those classic characters. It was like writing for that.
And the best part is that people don't understand that anymore. The Archie Bunker thing had two camps. My grandpa agreed with him. Mm-hmm. He was Archie Bunker, and that's why he liked him.
Yeah.
And everybody who disagreed with him knew that guy, so that's why they liked him. We don't have that gray area anymore. It's either you're tribal. It's one or the other.
Meathead, the
Either-
same way,
You either
the
get it or you
characters and-
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's so much more fun to have somebody you don't agree with talk to you.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm developing a sitcom right now with NBC. Jimmy Fallon is producing it. I'm lucky enough to do that. But like to balance me out, who thinks of everyone's needs, there's gonna have to be like an Archie Bunker character.
You're looking at him.
Yeah, there we go. Let's do it. I'm gonna need a best friend that says the worst things, the most wrong things.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to do that.
Nobody needs to see me on TV, but if you need help with that character, I think that might be who I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to surround myself with, and then I'm gonna get canceled because my best friend character says something
The other guy.
really wrong.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah, and I like that show business people always say how hard it is to get into showbiz and like it's work. You got a call from a guy that says you want to go to Louisiana, and you became part of Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
It was just that easy.
And I'm
just
like,
who you know.
Hell yeah! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
How long did you do that show?
I just did the last season.
Just one?
Which we knew was the last season. So I was like, I can do this for... it was really like 5 to 6 weeks that I worked on.
Oh,
The
really?
other writers, I've had it.
Yeah, they had to get gassed after a while. Had to churn out people for that, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Idea mill.
But I remember when you said it, because I remember the whole conversation. You said something when I wrote for Duck Dynasty, and it stuck with me. That I'm like, I didn't think you were allowed to say that.
Yeah, well,
Like, I don't think they want people to know there's writers.
Now that it's been a couple of years removed from it, I can say that I wrote for Duck Dynasty. In the credits, I was a producer. So because they wanted, I don't know.
You don't want to put the word
wanna
writer.
keep
It's too many questions.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
people would watch that and go, "What the,
Who's writing what? Yeah, 'cause I
Yeah.
did it, and I know that the scenarios are, but I didn't know they hired writers. I knew they had like production people that would say, "Okay, let's set this up."
Yeah,
But, when you see the word writer, you assume everybody's got a line.
And all those shows.
Yeah.
The
They're all
producers,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah,
all
that's
those
fascinating,
shows,
yeah.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the Hills on MTV. Like, do you think that Caitlyn Carter and Brody Jenner are just getting together with their dogs in the backyard after they're divorced.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. The
Don't you want to
producers
write
are
for
like-
that, though?
I would love to write for
Just
that.
because he said, Brody, I think it would be great if you just whispered the word bitch under your breath after every sentence.
Yeah, and
So have you been,
Caitlin, when he says bitch, could you actually whisper to him, like, I have the same name as your dad? How about that?
Every line. I would watch that show all day. Listen what she says after everything she says to him. I have your dad's name.
I have the same.
I am kind of your father.
I have the same name as your dad. I
And
got
genitals.
I got to meet Caitlyn Jenner once. I did warm up for the roast of Alec Baldwin, and like everyone on the dais was so cool. Blake Griffin was awesome. Robert De Niro was so cool. Sean Hayes was great. My friend Nikki Glazer was on it. And then like I'm backstage, like still cooling off from the sweat of warm up, and Caitlyn Jenner lumbers by. And I mean, Caitlyn Jenner is a gigantic human being person.
She's a man.
She is a. I mean, in heels too, like 5-inch heels, plus being an Olympic gold medal
6'5",
athlete.
6'6", maybe.
Like
Yeah.
6'3", probably. I'm thinking, yeah.
And I would, of
But
course,
in the heels, 6'7".
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
of course, I said something nice. I was like, "Hey, Caitlyn, you're great," and Caitlyn just goes, "Her."
Well, maybe she was experiencing her first tomato pants.
Maybe
I'm
she
not
had
sure
her
they
first
put that in
tomato-
or not.
Maybe
but, yeah.
she did. I don't know. It sounded like have you ever when a semi slows down and it goes like. That's what that was the noise that came out of Caitlyn Jenner, and I was like, "You're."
Was she attractive in person?
God, no.
I don't know.
Nobody becomes a woman when they're 60, and you're like, wait, am I
good
into
move.
that? Like, am I into that? Like, and I don't, I'm an ally of that community.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't mean you got to be attracted to it.
yeah, let's call a duck a duck. All right. Caitlyn Jenner isn't my type as a woman.
I always
See,
say
I'd do
not
it.
my cup of tea.
I would
but
do it.
Now,
yeah,
I would do it for the stories,
yeah,
and I'd make her wear the medals. And I would finish on the medals.
Just so they're swinging and hitting you in the chin and,
And
stuff.
I'd do a thing like where I'd point to the sky and go, "That's for you, Bruce," because I think he's gone. I don't know what
we
happened.
came
to him,
close
but
to that happening.
And we tried because we got set up for a golf
Almost.
foursome with him, and I'm like, these charming eyes. I'm going to charm Caitlin's giant panties right off.
my God, Caitlyn.
All I wanted to be is a hot tub with her. That was my whole goal. But we ended up having to cancel the golf outing.
what, because of COVID?
I don't remember what it was. Oh no, she had a
she ended up
charity
having to
event.
go up to San Francisco.
Yeah, she had to
instead.
leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
But I would
Afternoon.
have liked to heard that
Yeah,
After every swing.
in the throes of passion.
That would have been her closing noise, her finishing noise.
That's how you know you're done. Is that what Nikki Glazer did?
Yeah, she did. She did. It was. Oh my God. Yeah, I hit it so hard at the end. There was a poof of smoke, and I was like, "Did you just hit your vape?" Like that's what it was.
You want to pick up the retread that just fell out?
Yeah.
Pete Lee is at CB Live at Desert Ridge tonight, all the way through Sunday. Have you been to Phoenix? I don't think you've ever. We've been here for 20 years. You've never been on the show.
Well, thank you for having me on, by the way. But I actually taped my Showtime special that comes out July 9th at the Tempe Improv.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we taped it on February 25th in the pandemic.
That's why.
Yeah,
Tall, Dark, and Pleasant.
Tall, Dark, and Pleasant.
great name.
So and by the way, I'm originally from Wisconsin, and the Wisconsin fans come out here to the comedy clubs to see me like it's a Badgers bowl game. Like it's
Cheeseheads on.
It's really crazy. Like there's like if you come to my show tonight at CB Live and you see people drinking in the parking lot, they're coming to my show. They're like
tailgating
we
on the
gotta
way
get
in.
a couple of Miller Lights in our system so that the drinks aren't.
You got to bring out Bucky every now and then.
Yeah, bring out Bucky.
Oh, God, don't do it. Don't make it a college nightmare.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that's cool. And you're probably just do you know Caliendo? Frank Caliendo's from Wisconsin as well.
Oh my
He
God!
lives here.
Now here's a guy. I came up with him in comedy. Like we started like 1 year apart from
no
each
kidding.
other, and Frank was one of those guys that like as a friend, you're so happy for his success, but as a guy that you started at the same exact time as him, and then just saw him blow up after 2 years in the business, I was like, screw you.
I asked
Frank.
him the other day because I've done a podcast with Frank for a while now. Nobody's known about it forever. So, and my internet password is Frank Caliendo is difficult. So that's just because he knows it. So I give him heat all the time. But we're talking, and I said, who was like did you have a mentor? We went to a Suns game. I'm like, did you have a mentor in comedy? Like, who was it? And he goes, no. He goes, I mean, I admired people. I'm like, yeah, but he took you under their wing. He goes, I never opened for anybody. Like, you're such a dick. Just answer the question with a lie then. Say, oh, no, there was a guy that took me under. He just started. He was an opener from jump.
I was in, I think, his second headlining week. I opened for him, and then I asked him a similar question. He's like, yeah, they just put me right into headlining, and I hadn't seen his act. I hadn't seen what he did.
Yeah.
I just knew that he was a little nervous and fidgety backstage because he was so new to headlining. And I went on and like smoked it.
Yeah.
And then there's that moment in the green room where you're like, yeah, follow that. Yeah. And then he was like,
good luck on that.
Now here's a guy that doesn't know his
Here's a guy whose name's an adverb.
Yeah.
I thought you walked by him and go, Frank, how was that? And he just went,
I make Frank very nervous with my Caitlyn Jenner talk. I like it. It's a Wisconsin thing, I think.
It's a Wisconsin thing. And by the way, we chose our words very carefully, and
we did.
And we're supportive of her.
Completely. But it doesn't mean I have to have sex with you.
No.
Or want to.
Exactly.
Or even find you attractive.
Yes.
I like you.
I like you, too.
We don't want to have sex together.
I don't. No.
Ah, shoot. No, tried to lay
The eyes didn't work this
lay
time.
the foundation and got rebuffed
broke
again.
his heart.
Pete Lee at CB Live at Desert Ridge all weekend long. If you want to go, cblive.com. Pete, leave us with words of wisdom, please.
Words of wisdom. If you come out tonight, bring me condoms.
That's right. You've got HIV.
Because I'm going to need them. No, I literally got tested and I'm clean, but apparently Arizona isn't. I've heard that this is like literally the bacteria that's around here.
You've heard this?
Like it's just like this is why you guys have been open during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like your chlamydia has been chasing
kill
away
us.
the COVID.
Is that the rumor in the world of comedy? Is that this is the chlamydia capital?
I've heard that
Because the girls are beautiful, but
they're
whores. Yeah, that problem we're having, right? Is what you're saying. Pete Lee is saying, Arizona, you look gorgeous, but you're whores.
Phoenix is actually a Native American word that means slut station. Slut station, where you hitch your horse to it.
That's right.
And I'm sorry to that community if I said
To the natives?
Yeah,
all of them.
I am Native. That's why I have dark features.
That's right.
But I still don't feel like I can say that.
You're 10% Cherokee.
I'm literally like 12% Cherokee.
Is that true?
Yeah,
that's the cheekbones.
It's the cheekbones.
That's what I always tell girls. They say, I'm 10% Cherokee. I'm like, I see it in your cheekbones. And they get impressed by it.
And they're like, really?
No, 10% of you. I'd never identify that at all. Well, congratulations, Pete. Always a pleasure, or will always be a pleasure. Hope you'll come back.
Thank you so much. Please
Beautiful.
have me back. I would
Pete
love to
Lee,
come
everybody. It's 98 KUPD.
98.
If the younger generation doesn't get into rock, then guess what? An art form has died.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.